Hey, what is good, guys? I know you guys weren't expecting this. Believe me, I was not expecting this one neither, okay? Because this video was supposed to be, or was intended to be, at the end of the video for the top 2020 basketball shoes for the first quarter of the year, okay? But that video was too damn long, so I was like, you know what? Let me just make a video, a separate video for the fan questions. So here it is. Fan question video coming right up. But the only reason why I'm making this video is because you will catch me during the entire video saying rewind to the front, rewind to the front. That video was what I was talking about, was the best 2020 basketball shoes. So if I do say that, that's what I was referring to. Okay? Are we understood? All right, sounds good. Perfect. Let's go. Of days in this week, I've asked you guys if you had any questions for me, and I will be addressing them here in the video. So here it is. First question comes from the Instagram handle name JimFella. Most anticipated shoe for this year. Now, let me start off with the KD 13s, since it's going to be coming or releasing sometime soon. But the reason why I'm waiting for it is because the double stack zoom has a zoom strobel, the same thing with the KD12s, and you know we love the KD12s, but this time it's double stack in the forefoot. I forgot if the double stack on the 12 was on the forefoot or the heel, but this time the 13s will have it on the forefoot. I just don't know what the rubber they're using for the midsole in that one, but I hope it's a good rubber. I hope it's a soft rubber, good enough for me to feel that zoom, that double stack zoom in the midsole. Next shoe I am anticipating for this year would be the Dame 7s. Okay, the Dame 7s, because the Dame line has been consistently good since the 4, the 5, but the 6 it fell off because of the damn traction. It looked promising, especially the translucent ones, but it just wasn't. Like, it wasn't working for me. So I hope that this time on the 7s, they'll fix that and make the shoe even better. You know, just a bounce back. Just a bounce back for the Dame line. Next, I would be waiting on the Kyrie 7s. The Kyrie line from the Kyrie 4s has just been killing it. It's always been killing it since the very first Kyrie model looks-wise. But starting from the 4, the 5, the 6s, bro, those shoes are amazing. I think the 4, 5, and 6, I think they have been my top one, if not top one, then top 2 for the year for me ever since 2000. I don't know what year the 4s came out, but ever since the 4s came out, it's been like on my top 1 or 2. Same with the Kyrie 5s and 6s. Those are the only 3 shoes I'm anticipating on, but I know there's going to be a lot, and I hope there will be more shoes that will surprise me this year. Next question is from the Instagram handle Jamlats. Does Freak 1 feel like the Kobe's? If you're referring to the Kobe AD Exodus because it has the same midsole rubber, but it does not feel the same. And the reason why I say that is because both shoes are not catered to serve the same purpose. And what do I mean by that? The Kobe's, although it has a little bit of cushion, it's geared towards court feel. Whereas I could say that the Zoom Freak ones, it's catered towards cushion. So there's a big difference if you think about it that way. Next is from the Instagram handle jet.cordelia. Is it worth it to buy $380 resale price if you already own 350s? I just recently released a video for my 380s. I'll be honest with you, the 380s feel more plush on foot, and it's just got, it has more boost to it. You could almost say it's like a recovery shoe because of how thick that zoom is At the same time, it's shaped like a recovery shoe in terms of a running shoe. I call some shoes in the running shoe world as a recovery shoe because they're just too damn soft. It doesn't hurt your foot. That's one of them. The 380 is like that. The 350s, on the other hand, are too flat. I'm not saying it's not comfortable, because it is, but it's just too flat to be a recovery shoe. But it can be used still if you're just walking. A lot of people own them for casual use and no specific purpose at all but for casual. 350s are good, but if you're talking about resale price, I don't really condone buying resale prices if you can get them retail. You know, if you can get them retail. And also, that at the end of the day, it's your choice. If you really want that shoe and that's the only way you can get it, then go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, but if you're asking for my advice, don't ever pay resale. Next is from the Instagram handle. I don't even know if I can say this name right here. Kimeti Seve. All right, just leave it at that. I want his question is, I want to know if the traction of the Zoom Freak 1 Black Iridescent is good. Black Iridescent. Are you talking about translucent? Because I don't know if that's what you're referring to. But if you're referring to traction for the Zoom Freak ones, if it is translucent, don't get it. But if it is a solid rubber outsole, go get it. The shoe is really fun to play with, especially if you have that solid outsole rubber and not the translucent rubber. Next question comes from Genesis_63 or Dennis Garcia. This guy's from Dublin, and we actually chat a lot on IG, just exchanging messages back and forth on shoes. So his question goes, what is your all-time favorite shoe? I have watched your video with Nightwing before about that. And also, are you a fan of compression and supports, like knees and ankle supports while playing ball? And his last question is, do you play in retro Jordans? I play in the 10s, not the 11s, but I rock them casually. All right, first question. All-time favorite shoe? It would have to be the Kobe 5, the Big Sage. I've already explained it. If you guys haven't seen the video, go check it out. But that shoe, man, traction, how light it was, and the difference it has from the current Kobe 5 Protros and from the original one, there's a difference on the shoe on how they fit. I'm a fan of compression and supports. Yes, I actually am. I'm not doing it because I'm a fan of it. I used to hate it, just looking at people that wear it, but looking at it health benefit wise, and I don't know if it's just a claim or it really does help, but to me, I feel that it does help. That's why I use it. Knees and ankle supports. I never use ankle supports. I do use some knee pads. I just started using knee pads like last quarter of last year because I fell on my knees, and bro, that just hurts. Like at my age right now, it hurts when you fall on your knees. It's not like when I was younger, 10, 15 years back, where I could just stand up right away and feel like it was nothing. But this time around, when it hits like a joint on your knee, bro, oh my God, man. Oh my God. So that's why I wear knee pads, and for the compression sleeves, I'll wear them for recovery, and I wear them during a game to keep my body warm and at the same time not overstretch muscles, and at the same time moisture wicking from my sweat. All right, but it also feels good. It also feels good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good. Only played with the 12, 13, and 14s. Any other Jordan shoe, any other Jordan retro shoes I haven't played with. So that's it for Janicia's. Let's head over to Facebook questions. Seal Pansica Sale's actually a teammate of mine for 1 year during college. He asked Yeezy 350 or 380. I just answered that one earlier, but I know he also has another question. Jordan 34 low or mid? Now I know the lows hasn't released yet, but I also know the way Jordan handles their high and lows. Usually there's better ankle support and heel support on the low tops for some reason. Well, I guess because it's a lower silhouette, so they have to make sure that portion is secured. But I don't know how you can even make it better on the 34s, because the mid already has a great ankle and heel support. And I love the mids. I love the mids, but I cannot wait for their 34s to release. Next question comes from Facebook handle Kevin James Hahn. What's the best running shoe you've tried? So currently right now I'm running with the Pegasus 36 and the Zoom Fly 3s. Zoom Fly 3s are pretty good, man. Like, I know it's pricey, but right now Nike is putting their stuff on sale, so if you guys could get a good deal out of that, take advantage of it, because it is a really good shoe. Although I'll be honest with you, I am really looking forward to buying the Alpha Fly Next Percent. I know it's pretty damn expensive, but I really want to try that shoe. Imagine Zoom Fly shoe. I don't even know why they call it Zoom Fly when there is no Zoom bag in there. But the Alpha Fly, it still has that carbon plate. It has Zoom X rubber, I think it's Zoom X or React rubber. And then it has 2 pods of Nike Zoom bags in the forefoot. Now imagine that in a running shoe. Now that's why I can't wait to try that, if I could even get that. Next question comes from Tristan McMahon. First shoe that got you in the sneaker game. First shoe that ever got me in the sneaker game, I've also discussed this in the video that I had with Nightwing, was the Jordan 9 OG. I had that pair. My dad bought me that pair when I was 8 years old. 8 years old, man. And ever since then, I've always known I will be into shoes. Next question comes from Jefferson Tee Garcia. What are the top basketball shoes that are available in the market right now in terms of performance? Rewind this video, you'll find my top 5 right there for this year so far. What's your top 5 basketball shoes of all time in terms of performance? Bro, this is hard. Like, but off the top of my head, okay? Kobe 5 original, not the Kobe 5 Pro Tro. Kobe 8s, the Kobe 9s, granted you got the correct sizing for yourself. Number 4 would be the Kyrie 6s. And then number 5 would be the Dame 5s. Now, this is just on the top of my head without even me thinking about my entire life on the shoes that I've worn. That's why the shoes I'm telling you now are kind of recent, because I'm just saying it out what I can't remember currently. Next question comes from Michael Joe Dugenio or Dugenio. Correct me if I am. I apologize if I am reading your last name wrong. His question says, "Sir, do you have any plans in opening a shoe store someday?" I did initially, but the last time I went back home to Cebu, I saw that Paolo's already doing it from We Are Soul Mania. Big Boy Denoro's already doing it in Cebu. And I don't really like to sell anyways. The only reason why I sell my shoes is because I'm done using them and I don't have use for them anymore. Unless I really want to keep them, or unless they're really in bad condition, then I will keep them. But other than that, if I know they're so good for somebody else to play with and I can sell it cheaper, I will. I will sell it cheaper. Otherwise, they'll just be stuck in my room for no reason. But yes, I did initially want to have a store, but I slashed that plan But if you ask me what I do intend to do, if I even have time, and if I have enough funds, like when I do go home and I'm done here in the U.S., I want to design something. I want to design some shoes. I want to design some clothes. Bring my style there in Cebu and just be my own brand. ShadeSnSoleS brand. Next question comes from a good friend of mine in Cebu. His name is Araneta. Pre, when are you coming back home? Bro, I was planning to come back home third quarter of this year, around July, August, September, but with the current situation right now with the world, man, I don't even know if I'm coming home this year. But if I do, I'd be surprised. But next year, most definitely, there's a good chance I'm coming home. Sil Pensica is asking me again if I pick 350s or 380s. Again, they have two different purposes. My foot is more comfortable with the 350s, but that 380 has that therapeutic feeling. Okay, so that's if I just got off a good basketball game, me being very tired and all that, like my foot needs some rest. I don't want my foot hitting or feeling the ground. I want the 380s. But if I'm just want comfort or whatever, I'll pick the 350s. Next question comes from June Akalan, or Facebook name AxJune. His question says, when did you start collecting or considering yourself a sneakerhead? To answer this question, I would have to say it all started with that Jordan 9 shoe. As I've said earlier, after receiving that shoe, I remember asking my dad. So he gave me that shoe without me knowing that that was a Jordan shoe, okay? But then when I took a look at that shoe, he told me what it was. It kind of explained to me. And immediately I fell in love with how a shoe could be that significant. If somebody explains to you the right way about a certain thing, you get a connection with that thing, especially if you're into it or you're using it. So I guess that's how I grew up to be a sneakerhead all the way until now. And I could always remember my dad. For some reason, I don't even know what age I was. Kept asking. I just asked for some shoes, right? And he said, no. And all love and respect to my dad, he said, I'm sorry. He said this in our dialect. I'm sorry, son. That's all the money we have right now. Don't worry about it, because when you grow older and you make your own money and your foot stops growing, you can buy as many shoes as you want. And I think I took it by heart and too literally, and that's why I have a lot of shoes. And man, that's just passion right there. And I love shoes in general. I just love shoes in general. Next question comes from a follower of mine, a customer, somebody who became a friend to me, and I actually met him when I went to Cebu the last time. His Facebook handle name is Marky Mark, and his question was, bro, here is my question. We've talked about it before when we met early this year and already answered it. But for everyone to know your answer, here it is again. You had a very bright basketball future with your talent and early exposure to the game. Also had right contacts in the basketball world. Why didn't you pursue the game in college or even after college? You could have been the next Jimmy Alapag. Bro, thank you, man. I know you haven't seen me play, or maybe you did. I don't know. But that's a huge compliment coming from somebody, because Jimmy A was one of my idols. Johnny Abarientos was also one of my idols in the PBA world. So to compare me to one of those guys, thank you. But yes, long story short, after graduating high school, I was looking for a college where I could play. So I tried out in the University of San Carlos in Cebu. And after trying out, or during the tryouts, I remember it was just like my third day over there. The coach has already approached me saying they're gonna work on my practice jerseys, and they're gonna get my fitting already for the uniforms, like the legit uniforms that they will be playing with. Which indirectly meant to me I was already in the team, and that was just like my second or third day. Around the fourth day or the fifth day, I was practicing. I was asking around the administration area if I could be in the varsity team while I'll be pursuing nursing. And unfortunately, they didn't allow varsity players to be in the nursing, or that if you are a nursing student, you can't play for the varsity. So I ended up choosing going to school and going to school for nursing. The Filipino dream. Fuck that dream, by the way. Follow your own. I made that mistake. I should have just gone with the basketball. But that's for another time. So I went to Cebu Doctors instead and pursued nursing. So I'm not gonna go too much on the details in terms of my basketball career in the past, because it's just gonna hurt me. But yeah, that is, long story short, that's what happened. Again, if you guys have been sticking with me all throughout this video, thank you so much. I didn't mean to make this too damn long, but I hope you guys enjoyed my top shoe list for 2020 so far this year, for the first quarter of the year, and me answering your questions. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate the people that have been sticking with me since day one. Thank you guys, man. Thank you. If you guys haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that like button to mess around with the YouTube algorithm and promote my videos to everybody else as well. Thank you, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out.